Israel and Ghana have a long-term diplomatic and cordial partnership. Ghana was the first African country to establish diplomatic relations with Israel and also the first African country to have a state visit by Israel's former foreign minister Golda Meir in the year 1958, a year after Ghana gained independence. In the year 2011, Israel reopened its embassy here in Accra, which has helped to strengthen and solidify the bilateral relations between the two countries on the level of government to government, business to business, and people to people relations. The Israel-Ghana relationship covers a wide range of important issues in health, education, agriculture, and water management. Import of goods from sub-Saharan Africa to Israel saw a 30% tremendous increment between the year 2010 and 2019, indicating a strong potential for Ghana and other sub-Saharan African countries to deepen their economic diplomacy with Israel for accelerated growth and development. I am indeed honored today to be joined by Her Excellency Ambassador Shlomit Sufar, the Ambassador of Israel to the Republic of Ghana, as we discuss the various ways and means to deepen and solidify the bilateral relations between Israel and Ghana. You are watching the Youth Time Show on Grace Live TV with me, your host, Vanessa Zeke Ade Ado. You can call me the diplomatic voice of the youth. Grace Live TV, diplomatic information and more. Don't go anywhere. The show commences very shortly. Thank you. So welcome to the youth's favorite diplomatic show, dubbed the Youth Time Show on Grace Live TV. As I mentioned earlier, I'm here with Her Excellency Ambassador Shlomit Sufar, the Ambassador of Israel to the Republic of Ghana, wiring us down on how to deepen and solidify the bilateral relations that has already existed between Ghana and Israel and its posterity. Your Excellency, you're welcome to the Youth Time Show.
Thank you, Zeke, and thank you for coming here for this interview. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you so much. So before we delve deeper into the conversation, if you could do it simply in a sentence, who is Her Excellency Ambassador Shlomit Sufar?
Well, I've been a career diplomat for the last, 22 years and some. And before that, I was working as a lawyer. I'm married and a proud mother of 3 boys. And I've been, say, different continents throughout many years of my diplomatic career. So my first post actually was here in Africa, in the continent, although it was East Africa, Ethiopia, and then continuing to Switzerland, to Canada, and back to Africa, this time Ghana.
Wow. That's great. So with over 2 decades of experience in diplomacy, having worked as Minister Counselor at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, also with all these accreditations to Ethiopia, Rwanda, to Canada, and all parts of the world. Now coming to Ghana, how has the experience been so far?
Well, the experience has been tremendously positive. It's a pleasure for an Israeli diplomat, any diplomat, and especially an ambassador, to be posted in Ghana. First of all, despite the geographical distance, I'm always amazed to find how many similarities we have between our 2 countries and our 2 nations. And the relations are so warm and positive. Wherever I go, whoever I address, I always find the door open, the smile is wide, and the willingness and the appetite to do more with Israel is phenomenal. So it's an excellent experience.
Wow. The phenomenon to do more with Israel has been excellent. So dating back between 1958 and 2023 and moving forward, how would you describe the rich and solid cordial relations that exist between Israel and Ghana and its long-term importance for both countries?
So I wonder if I should start this
answer
from the 1950s,
right.
Going back 65 years. Actually, thank you for mentioning the visit of Golda Meir, then foreign minister, later to become Prime Minister of Israel. And her visit to West Africa and to Ghana was a historic visit. She's been here in 1958, as you said, to celebrate Ghana's first Independence Day, and that was exactly 65 years ago. So we have decided at the embassy that everything that we do this year will be branded as the Golda Meir year, and all our activities are branded under that title, because it is very important visit. It's been already the last 45 years to her passing away, and one of the elements of the importance of that historic visit was that when she visited Ghana, she saw a very young country with an old nation. She saw the similarity between Israel and Ghana. And when she came back to Israel, she said to the government, we must reach out and help these young countries, because Ghana was the first and then many followed. And that visit gave her the inspiration to establish Israel's aid agency, international aid agency, that is called Mashav. And we have started working with African countries. Now Mashav works with developing countries all over the world, Africa of course, but many other areas and regions. And this is one amazing product of that visit.
Okay.
Long story short, coming to 2011, we have reopened the embassy, resident embassy in Ghana. And since then we had 3 ambassadors and I'm the 4th. So I am inspired by the phenomenal work that my predecessors has done to deepen and expand the relations between Israel and Ghana.
That's great. But prior to the reopening of the embassy in 2011, a phenomenal thing also happened back in 2004, where there was a trade fair organized here in Accra, which was dubbed Applicable Technologies 2004, which saw some Israeli investors come into Accra to collaborate with the locals and all. How is the Embassy of Israel collaborating with the Ministry of Trade and Industry in Ghana to deepen our economic diplomacy?
Well, thank you for this question, because as you said before, the volume of trade between Israel and sub-Saharan countries is ever increasing, and we are only just at the tip of the potential for increasing the volume of trade and economic exchange. So for that reason, for example, in 2018, some 5 years ago, Israel opened a trade and economic mission here at the embassy, as part of the embassy, which is the only one in West Africa, by the way, and one of 3 in Africa, in order to increase the volume of trade and commerce between the 2 countries. And ever since then, we have been pushing forward with many kinds of programs and exchanges, delegations, seminars, conferences that I would be happy to elaborate on later on. And we see a lot of success in increasing the volume trade and engaging more and more Israeli and Ghanaian companies in partnerships.
That is great, because in the expansion of the trade also helped our agricultural sector as well. And in the year 2020, the central bank revealed that cocoa, together with some non-traditional export commodities, formed about 33%, which was 4.7 billion of Ghana's total exports, signifying how crucial agriculture is to Ghana's economy. With coming from a country like Israel, which has numerous of success in agriculture, how are you assisting Ghana's agricultural sector?
We work on a couple of channels in that regard. There's of course the work of Israeli companies that work on many projects in Ghana, agricultural and others, bringing in Israeli technology. And there's also the work that we do via the channel of Mashav, the aid agency, in which we bring participants from Ghana and many other countries to Israel to take programs on various fields, be them agriculture or other sectors. And in those trainings, the professionals from Ghana learn and acquire knowledge and know-how of new methodologies, technologies, how to do better agriculture, even agribusiness, by the way. And when they come back to Ghana, they train others, because the main element of our work as an agency is training the trainers. So we bring in officials to Israel, say we bring in 2 or 3. When they come back, they are able to train 100 more or 500 more, and thereby spread the knowledge and spread the acquaintance with modern technologies, be it irrigation, fertigation, agribusiness, and many other elements, livestock treatment, and many other elements of the agricultural sector. So these are the 2 main channels by which we work with the Ministry of Agriculture in Ghana and with the government programs on developing agriculture in Ghana. On top of that, we have all kinds of initiatives. Last year we have inaugurated a small food processing center in the village of Asaboy, together with a very big local civil society organization. And in this processing center, we installed machines to process gari, and thereby increasing the production of the gari in that village, and also allowing for longer shelf life for the same product. So contributing to agribusiness and to food security.
And that is also contributing to women's economic empowerment. And with coming from a country like Israel, and also personally, as you are a member of the Committee on Women Economic Empowerment, I think I'll try and get that correct. How are you also helping to improve women's economic empowerment in Ghana?
Yes, this is something that is very close to my heart, the issue of empowering women, empowering young women and youth in general. And this is something that we make sure to make a special effort to incorporate in any program that we hold here in Ghana. And not just about youth. For example, we are in the process of planning delegation of senior business women from Ghana to Israel, to visit Israel in the coming summer. But we work on different kind of angles. So last November, every November 30th, it's the International Day for Combat Against Violence Against Women. So we thought about it, and instead of holding, I don't know, a seminar or a discussion, we decided to do something concrete. So we found a martial arts trainer that is an expert on Krav Maga. I don't know if you ever came across this term.
Not yet.
But it's an Israeli martial art of self-defense.
Oh, okay.
So we reached out to the Accra School for Girls, and we invited them to take part in this special training program for a couple of sessions. We took a group of a couple of dozens of young girls, providing them with the skills of self-defense. So God forbid if they ever come across the need, they will be able to defend themselves.
That is great. Thank you so much for that. And in 2020, Ghana signed an MOU, with Israel that focused on strengthening cyber security and cooperation in ICT technologies. With the government's policy on digitization, how is this partnership going to help in creating cyber security solutions for companies in Ghana?
So Israel prides itself of being one of the world leaders in terms of cybersecurity. Unfortunately, this is a skill that, or a capacity that Israel needs greatly, because we are being attacked even more than other countries, if you look at the figures. And we have come to a place where our ecosystem on cybersecurity is very strong, and it is contributed by both the business sector, government, and even our military, because in Israel, military service is mandatory, and some youth, when they join the military, they go through cybersecurity training and capacity building. Put all this together, you come to a place where our industry, high-tech companies are leading in cybersecurity. And naturally, when we look at potential partnerships and potential trade in cybersecurity, capacity building and training, we look at Ghana, because Ghana is very advanced on its digitization programs and aspires to be the first in the continent. Currently, I understand that according to international index, Ghana is third in the continent and pushing towards being number one. So we are very happy to be here and support Ghana in this effort. So we have held, our Trade and Economic Mission has held a FinTech summit only last May, 1 year ago, here in Ghana. And we are also working on sending delegations of Ghanaian professionals, both from government and private sector, business sector, to international conferences such as Cyber Week and Cyber Tech that take place in Israel and draw attention from all over the world, to give just a few examples out of many.
That is great. So now we've spoken about bilateral diplomacy, economic diplomacy. We've touched on digitization and cybersecurity. Now we are coming to water management resources for public consumption. One thing that Israel also prides itself in is proper irrigation services. Now, the Ghana Safe Water Network estimated some time ago that 8.3 million people here in Ghana lack access to good and safe drinking water. Another thing which is a key focus of the Sustainable Development Goals. So how would you say Israel is helping, partnering with Ghana in water innovation programs to support agriculture and consumption purposes?
Thank you for this question. Israel is indeed
a world leader.
A world leader, or one of the first in the world to work on water management, because Israel, unlike say Ghana, is semi-arid mostly, and our rainfall quantities are very low, especially in comparing to a tropic country. And we have learned that we have to use every drop of water counts. So first, for many decades, we were reliant on rainfall on one lake, the Lake of Galilee, and subterranean aquifers. So we have learned to use whatever we have, and to develop a capacity, for example, to use semi-salt water for irrigation. So when you travel to Israel, and I hope that you will have a chance to do that
I will
soon,
very soon.
You will be amazed to find greenhouses in the desert where we grow pineapples or watermelons in the desert. It's quite amazing. And they are export quality, like top quality. So now we are in a better place where we can use desalinated water. We have established desalination facilities, so we are less dependent on rainfall. All that to say that we have developed a whole range of capabilities in water management, and we are happy to share these with Ghana. So we have Israeli companies working on projects that include all kinds of utilities and infrastructure, water management and water ways included, and I think we need to retake this. So we are very happy to have Israeli companies working on all kinds of projects in Ghana, some of them in the field of infrastructure and water management. And on top of that, we have the Mashav programs that enable the capacity building of professionals from Ghana to learn about the most advanced methodologies and techniques of water management. And we have companies, we have, for example, a company that is doing aerial mapping. Now, we are all familiar with the seasonal floodings that we have in Accra.
That's serious.
Every rainy season.
Mm-hmm.
So, together with the municipality of the city of Accra, this company is mapping by aerial and satellite imaging. They are able to provide the relevant data to the municipality
Mm-hmm.
to build the drainage, the new modern drainage of the city in a way that would save us and spare us from future floodings, hopefully very soon in the coming years.
That is it. Thank you so much. But before we sign off officially, we've done 65 years of bilateral diplomacy and chalked all these successes. By the next 65, I hope we'll be here to witness that. Where would you like to see our bilateral relations between Israel and Ghana?
Well, I must tell you that my dreams are very ambitious, and I would like to see many more visits, both coming from Israel of heads of states and ministers, and also visiting from Ghana to Israel.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see a lot more exchange between people to people,
Mm-hmm.
academia to academia. We are working on so many programs currently that will yield the fruits in the coming years. Projects that support entrepreneurship, projects that support innovation.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't touched that, unfortunately.
We'll touch on that.
I hope time will allow this.
Right.
And we are working on projects that will hopefully enable the better cooperation between academia in Israel, academia in Ghana,
Mm-hmm.
better cooperation between R&D in both countries. As I said, my dreams are very ambitious.
Very huge dreams. Now, coming to the innovative policies, can you shed light on some of them for us?
Of course. We saw this as a very good opportunity for Israel to contribute and work hand in hand with Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
I must emphasize that we are looking at government policies and programs and working with government ministries in the lines of government of Ghana policy.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw an opportunity to assist Ghana in shaping
Mm-hmm.
its innovation ecosystem,
Mm-hmm.
and we have been working together with the office of the vice president, the office of MESTI, in charge of science and innovation, and together in partnership also with the German aid agency, GIZ. So together we have established, for example, the Ghana Digital Innovation Week that was established first in 2021, and then we saw the second edition in 2022, and we're already working on the 2023. Each such conference is a huge boost to Ghana innovation ecosystem, because we bring in for discussion in one spot there are so many experts, panelists, interlocutors, stakeholders, and so forth. Mm-hmm. Government, private, business sector, all of them in one spot, experts, both from Israel, from other countries. So this is just one example. We hold every year the Israel Green Competition, Israel Innovation Green Competition, that we hold every year at the end of August. So please stay tuned and follow our social media accounts, because we will be announcing this soon. And we ask for proposal from young entrepreneurs from all over Ghana to come up with ideas, innovative ideas and prototypes, especially in agriculture and food security and climate change. And the winner gets to have a flight ticket to Israel and a professional visit, a business visit to Israel, to learn about innovation in Israel. So we encourage as many participants as possible to try and win in this wonderful green innovation competition, which is part of the Ghana Gardens and Flowers show. Just a couple of examples of the work we do here.
That is so great, and I think that is also going to help the youth who are, avid watchers of
Absolutely.
our channel, right? So before we sign off officially, this is where the youth of Ghana, of the world, this is where they are watching. People who aspire to sit in your stead one day, young girls all across the world. What advice do you have for the youth?
So, thank you for this, Zig, and thank you for having me. And I think that my best advice to the youth is to follow your dream, to dream big, to try to have and expect the best and the most of yourself, and to dream big and to work hard to make this dream come true. Even if you are not successful, the effort will take you further and higher than you would have ever achieved otherwise. That, in a nutshell, I think.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. It has been an honor having you on the Youth Time Show.
Thank you, Zig, very much. Medasepa.
Toda.
Medasepa.
Did I get it correct in Hebrew? Toda?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been here with Her Excellency Ambassador Shlomit Sufa, the Ambassador of Israel to the Republic of Ghana, discussing most of the policies that have strengthened our bilateral relations with Israel for the past 65 years and still moving forward stronger together. This has been the Youth Time Show. Until then, the show comes your way another time. It's bye for now.